Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Chilltown Hoops. I'm your host, Jermaine. The youngsters call me OG. My friends call me J-Dub. Let's get to it. So, the season opened last night, and the mark of a great player is not only his intelligence, but his execution. What I mean when I say that is, I could be smart enough to know how to do something, but it's completely different if I'm smart enough to know how to do something and actually executing it. And when I watch the Denver Nuggets, I see a guy who is not only smarter than everybody else, he can also execute also. So, this Denver Nuggets offense, Jamal Murray is the primary ball handler. The offense runs through Joker. With the offense running through Joker, there's an immense amount of confidence from everybody else. The reason why is because I know I'm going to get an open shot. I know I'm going to get an open look. I know I'm going to get something easy. Why? Because Joker is so good at not only reading the defense, but executing. So when Joker is at the 15, when he's at the free throw line, or he's 18 feet away from the basket, and we got action off the basketball, I know when I'm playing off the ball, I'm going to get a wide open jump shot. I'm going to get a layup. Because Joker is so smart that he sees the plays 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. You're going to do this. He's going to pick him. You're going to be wide open. And guys feed off of that, which would explain why KCP had so many wide open looks. Which is why Reggie Jackson was able to play the way that he plays. This Denver team is injected with so much confidence, and it's because of one guy and one guy only, and that's Joker. When you have a weapon like that, where he does so much with the basketball, and you can run your offense through him, where he's not a black hole where you're just dumping the ball into him and you just watch. No. When you dump the ball to him and you get a whole bunch of other things going on, something good's going to happen. There's few guys that I can say throughout the course of my life that I've watched that I felt like whenever they touched the ball, something good was going to happen. I never was on edge when they had the ball. I always felt like something good is going to happen. I felt like that with Magic. I felt like that with Jordan. I felt like that with Bird. I felt like that with James. I felt like that with Shaq. I felt like that with Jabbar. Just to name a few guys, I always felt like something good was going to happen when they touched the ball. I felt like that with Olajuwon. There was nothing that made me feel on edge when, what is he going to... No, I always felt like, okay, something good's going to happen. And I'm watching the game, and I'm watching Jamal Murray and KCP work split action, and KCP is in the middle of the lane, diving to the basket, and Joker sees him before this even happens, and he's getting him the basketball. Those are marks of a great player because he's smart, and not only is he smart, he executes. I can know what to do, but if I don't do it, what difference does it make if I know what to do? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, this Denver team, what I saw from them was a lot of last year. I saw a very good transition team. I saw a team that gets on the backboard and defends. I saw a team that exploits mismatches. And not only do they exploit mismatches, they continuously exploit mismatches. I'm 100% confident that I watched the finals last year and I watched Gabe Vincent switch on to Aaron Gordon, and Denver exploited that. Well, the Lakers, who switched Gabe Vincent on to Joker, and they're switching Gabe Vincent on to Aaron Gordon again, they're exploiting that. I think the Denver Nuggets do a great job at exploiting mismatches more than anything. As good as they are as a team defensively, as good as they are as a team offensively, I think one of the main things that they do that I really enjoy about them is they exploit mismatches. And not only do they exploit mismatches, they continuously go to that. When you got a guy like Joker, who, when you're running your offense 18 feet away from the basket, and he can knock down the mid-range, he can play bully ball, he can pass with the best of them, he can do all of these things. When you have a guy like that, that expands your offense so much. And it makes it it puts so much pressure on, I don't care how good your defense is, it puts so much pressure on the defense. And the key to that, with what Joker does, the key to that is not standing around and watching. And I saw a lot of that last night with the Lakers. They were the most effective offensively. The Lakers were the most effective offensively when they were in transition and when they were in the half court and they had movement. When they would dump the ball into Anthony Davis, I saw a lot of watching. I saw a lot of standing around and watching. That's not difficult to guard when you're doing that. When you got 5 guys, and you got 4 guys around the perimeter, and you got 1 guy on the block, and you got 4 guys standing around watching, no action. That's not difficult to guard. Joker may not be Olajuwon on defense. He may not be Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, or Joker, or anybody like that on defense. But the thing that I appreciate about him the most is I appreciate his effort. He's going to give you effort on defense. I equate it to a sprinter. I mean, I'm going to run the 100. I might not be fast as these other guys, but I damn sure I'm going to run. And I'm going to try. So I have to, and he gives maximum effort, which is what Joker does. He gives maximum effort, and I can't discount that. And I think that's what makes this team go. When I think about the Lakers, I'm seeing more of the same thing that I saw last year. I see a lot of standing around on offense. I see a really good transition team. I see a team that's good in stretches, rebounding. But I don't see a team that can put it together for the amount of time that's necessary to put it together. And sometimes when you're playing against better teams, it shows. That Denver team is better than that Laker team. It's obvious to me watching them. They're more fluid on offense. They have more action off the basketball. They gang rebound. Joker is more physical in the post, both offensively and defensively. Anthony Davis didn't get his first rebound of the game. He didn't get his first rebound of the game until 3 minutes and 20 seconds in the second quarter. There was 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter when he got his first rebound. That's not going to get it done when you're trying to compete for an NBA championship. And again, I've said this in the past. I'm on record saying this. This team is going to go as far as Anthony Davis takes them. The difference here is I'm seeing a lot of what I saw last year. I'm seeing a guy who is relying solely on the mid-range or them getting him the basketball in the post. The dirty work stuff can also help. What I mean when I say the dirty work stuff, offensive rebounding, like Joker did, like Joker does. Getting out in transition and rim running. Seeing the ball go through the basket, that helps. I thought the Lakers' transition defense was terrible yesterday. Terrible is a word that I'm going to use. I thought that their transition defense was bad all the way around. I saw Joker continuously beat Anthony Davis up the floor. He was consistently behind in transition, which would explain why they were able to get the easy buckets that they were able to get. I saw a more physical Joker on Anthony Davis. I thought that the Lakers tried to be physical. Gabe Vincent tried to do that, but it just didn't work. You can be physical, but be smart about it. Again, it goes back to what I just said a little while ago about there's a difference between knowing what to do and actually executing it. So Gabe Vincent is trying to be physical with Jamal Murray, but he's overdoing it. And in the process of him overdoing it, he's picking up fouls, which now puts his team in the bonus. These are free points that you're giving a crew that doesn't need any free points. They don't. So it's only one game. LeBron James is managed, and I applaud that. I do. I applaud them managing him. I know what you guys are thinking. He's got to play in order for them to win. Remember who we're talking about here. He may look great, but this is a long season. And you're going to run him into the ground if you think that you're going to play him 35 minutes, 35 minutes every night, 40 minutes. You're going to run him into the ground. There's a reason why he broke down last year. One, because he's old. And two, because he'd play in stretches, and he's playing a lot of minutes. His minutes weren't managed. Does he still have the goods? He looked fantastic in transition. Absolutely. He can still shoot the basketball. Yes, he can. He can still do that. However, in order for him to be effective at it, and for them to be able to, or for him to be able to sustain the season and play, his minutes have to be managed, because you can't throw him out there for 35 minutes, 40 minutes every night. Anthony Davis has to be better. He's got to put himself in better position to score. I think he's got to be more physical defensively. I understand that it's Joker. Maybe he's just overmatched against Joker. Maybe that's the case, because that's what it looked like. Joker just bullied him in a lot of instances. Kind of like what I saw Giannis do to him. Now, I may see him tomorrow night go up against Phoenix, and he might go 30-19 tomorrow night against them. So I'm seeing in this game one, and by the way, this is the 5th time in a row that Denver has beaten them. I've seen a lot of physicality from Joker, and Anthony Davis didn't look like he accepted the challenge. And because of that, that's going to be a problem moving forward, because again, this team is going to go as he goes. They're going to go as far as he. They're going to go as far as he takes them. He's got to be. He's got to be more engaged. Had 0 points in the second half. 0. His first. I can't reiterate this to you guys enough. His first rebound came with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. His first rebound did. That's not going to get it done. And if I'm going to be able to score, if I'm going to be able to be effective, I got to be able to get buckets in a different way, in a variety of ways. Not just on the box, not just in the mid-range. Joker, clean glass. 13 rebounds last night. 3 offensive rebounds. He gets on the backboard. You have to get on the backboard in order to get yourself going. You have to. I don't think Anthony Davis is soft. There's a difference between being soft and just being out physical. Joker is a physical specimen. He is. That doesn't mean that Anthony Davis is soft. I want to make sure that we clear on that. Because a guy out physicals you, that doesn't mean you soft. That just means that this guy is tougher. And that's what it looks like right now. That this guy is just a little bit tougher. So the Lakers got work to do. I like what I saw from D'Angelo Russell. He looked really good in transition. He looked good in the half court. Taurean Prince, I think he gave them some good minutes. I'd like to see Rui slow himself down a little bit more. The Denver Nuggets just look like the team to beat. I said that before the season started, and I'm still standing on that, that in the Western Conference, they look like the team to beat. They do. They look like, of all the teams in the Western Conference, they look like the team to beat. It looks like they're going to have, barring any injuries, anything like that, there's going to be a return trip to the NBA Finals. They definitely look like that. Now, as far as watching, since we're on the subject of returning, I mean, Phoenix basically flipped their roster, and they didn't return. I mean, they returned Devin Booker. He's the only one on that roster. That was on the roster that went to the finals in 21. He's the only one. Everybody else is gone. So with that being said, there's some continuity issues that still have to be figured out in Phoenix. KD is still getting to the spots that he needs to get to, but with watching him, he looks, I'm not going to say slower foot, because slower foot isn't the word I'm looking for, because he doesn't look slow. But it's obvious that KD is slowing down. It's obvious to me that KD is slowing down. He doesn't have that lift on his shot that he used to have. I'm not buying the logic that, I just was missing shots. No, that's not it. I'm not buying that at all. You weren't just missing shots. Him getting to his spots, He is 6'10", I get that, and he can raise up over anybody, sure. But he doesn't look as sharp. The skill set is still there, but it doesn't look as sharp. Devin Booker complained, it was a couple years ago, in a pickup game about being double teamed. And that actually could help him, because now him being a primary ball handler, he can now pay more attention to double teams. He can now know how to navigate through defenses, playing in traffic a little bit more than what he was doing in the past. I mean, at that time, I think Devin Booker, he was third in the league in turnovers. At that time, during that time when him and Joakim Noah were battling about double teams in pickup games, I think he was third in the league in turnovers. And those were largely due to him being double teamed. Well, tell you what, maybe that's a good thing that I was double teamed in pickup, because he had 8 turnovers last night. He's got to get better at navigating in traffic. I'm still concerned about Phoenix. Phoenix is a bucket getting team. Yes, they are, 100%. Here's the difference. The difference is that the other stuff is going to be a problem. What I mean when I say the other stuff, they got beat on the backboard last night early. I did not like what I saw on the defensive backboard last night early. And losing Ayton, that was glaring. Steph Curry looked like Steph Curry. Klay Thompson got off to a slow start. That offense looks solid, but without Draymond facilitating, without Draymond, that offense does look a little bit stagnant, because he brings something different to the offense. He puts a different type of pressure on a defense. So with Draymond out high, where you got a dribble handoff and you might leave Draymond by himself, he'll go right down the gut and get a layup. And then he'll go down the gut and get another layup, because he recognizes what the defense is. Now defense is collapsed. He's able to kick the ball to Chris Paul. He's able to kick the ball to Klay Thompson for an open look. So I think getting him back is going to help them. I do think getting him back is going to help them. I'm really excited about opening night. I'm really excited about opening night. And I'm excited about more games to come. Celtics Heat tonight. That's going to be a dandy. I'm really looking forward to that. Celtics Heat tonight. My preseason pick for league MVP is Jason Tatum. So I'm really looking forward to that. But basketball season has started, guys. So I am back. I am back, and I will be here. And it's good to see you. And let's get to it. But until then, take it light, but take it.